Arizona Cardinals at the Cleveland Browns, for instance.
Yeah.
Going through the 1 o'clock games here. Browns favored by 8. Looks like it's going to be the Clayton Tune show going up against this Browns defense.
The Clayton Tune show. Yeah, 8 points is a line that suggests this is Tune rather than Kyler Murray at quarterback.
Yeah, could be both. But yeah, it's Clayton Tune and P.J. Walker head-to-head.
Clayton versus P.J.
P.J. Walker is the lowest graded quarterback in the NFL right now at 31 overall.
Well, that's up from last week. It was 28 then.
Yeah. Next closest is Desmond Ridder at 48.6. It's a big difference.
Who's now been benched.
Yeah.
Officially. After not being benched for Arthur Smith just straight up lies to the media and nobody seems to care.
We'll talk about it in the Falcons game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clayton, I mean,
like, who cares? Like, you're allowed to lie. Like, that's not a...
I mean, you are, but there's no point. Like, why?
You're
why
allowed
bother?
to lie to the media.
Right, but why bother? We'll get to it. This is like a drive-by sighting of Clayton Tune, right? Like, we got rid of Josh Dobbs. We were benching him anyway for reasons. Kyler Murray's going to be starting. We need to look at Kyler Murray because we're a new regime and we have no ties to him and we might be headed for the number 1 overall pick. So we got to take a look at him. On the way to get there, we're going to take a quick drive-by glance at Clayton Tune just in case he can do something. And that's what this is. So a drive-by sighting of Clayton Tune going up against arguably the league's best defense. Harsh for Clayton Tune. You have a very tiny window to show us that you can be a good NFL player. Good luck. Yeah. I don't anticipate it going tremendously well, even though I quite like Clayton Tune as a prospect.
We're not right about a lot of things, but one of the things we may have gotten right before the season was the AFC North would be loaded and competitive. And right now it's the Ravens sitting atop the division at 6-2. Steelers, Browns, and Bengals are all 4-3. So the Browns, despite not having Deshaun Watson starting, is he out for sure, by the way? Okay.
I mean, he will be.
Despite not having Deshaun Watson, still sitting here at 4-3. And it's one of those take care of business games, right? You got to take care of business against Arizona.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if you can't beat Clayton Tune on a short, that's even with PJ as your quarterback, that's problematic.
Yeah, I mean, just the raw stats. I mean, this is how good Cleveland's defense has pretty much been playing, right? They're competitive in every game. PJ Walker has 1 touchdown, 5 picks,
Yikes.
3 big-time throws, 9 turnover-worthy plays, passer rating of 51.8, and he's completing under 50% of his passes. So just from raw stats matter because they're result-based, and it's like, here are the results that the Cleveland Browns have gotten, and they're still at least competitive in every game and winning more often than not with PJ under center. So I think that needs to get a little bit better for the Browns. They're still running the ball pretty well despite not having Nick Chubb, and so got to lean on that a little bit more.
I mean, it is actually, it's harsh for poor old Clayton Tune. Like, he's going up against legitimately the league's best defense. They have the second best pass rush in pressure rate terms, going with the defensive line that they've got after Dallas. Their back end is much better now that they have that. They're mixing it up with Jim Schwartz, a coordinator. It's a legit nasty defense, and now you've got a rookie low-round quarterback starting without that much going in his favor in terms of what's around him, personnel help, all those kinds of things. It's hard to see how Arizona is going to put up points, many of them at all. On the other side, it's like, yeah, PJ's been problematic, he's been making a lot of mistakes, but on the other hand, the pieces are still there. Like, the Browns have a pretty decent receiving core. They've got a good offensive line. They've got a solid enough run game, even if everybody's banged up and they keep going further and further into the depth chart at running back. They should be able to put up points. So it feels like a relatively comfortable win for Cleveland.
I lied a little bit. Yeah, Cleveland's run game's kind of mid-tier,
Just
but
more
it's mid.
Misinformation.
Yeah, I had to double check. All right, 8 points.
Cleveland.
8?
Yeah.
Oh, you've changed.
Arizona, if they scored double digits in this game, I think it will be an achievement.
Is it crazy if if Josh Dobbs was quarterback, you'd be like, nah, Arizona. We'll keep it close.
They might cover it, but they wouldn't, I'm not sure.
Weather's going to be a factor probably for Clayton Tune because it's in Cleveland. There's always weather.
It's also, when you have not a great offense, losing, I think the worse your offense is, the more important it is that your quarterback is athletic and able to create plays from nothing in terms of scrambling. Like, the number of plays that Josh Dobbs is responsible for making this year in scrambling terms is a lot for Arizona. I think he's the 3rd quarterback, right, in like rushing yards and stuff. Clayton Tune is not that guy. So you've just taken that away from the offense in terms of what it can do. And you probably got worse from a passing point of view because he's, a low-round rookie. I again, struggle to see how they're going to get anything going.